Costa Rica got their CONCACAF Nations League off to the best possible start with a big win in matchday number 1. Can they get another one in matchday number 2? We're going to take a look at it. All of it next. That's right, folks, back once again with another video. Today we're taking a look at CONCACAF Nations League matchday number 2, part 1. That's right, some juggernaut games coming at you in the early rounds of the Nations League, and of course we're looking for teams to make it 2 wins out of 2. We'll take a look at it, all of it in a second. If you're new, where you been? Smash your subscribe button. One-stop shop for CONCACAF Nations League is right here under Waruski. Of course, busy couple of days coming at you over in this side of the pond, over in the Americas. We've got some cracking matches, and they're coming at you in quick time. So get in there, get your predictions in nice and early. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right then, folks, before we jump into match number 2, we're going to look back at match number 1, part 1. Now, these are the results. Of course, on the screen, they're going to be in the black text. My predictions are there in the white. So, Anguilla, Turks, Caicos stood out to a 2-0 win. Anguilla, big win for them. I went with the draw myself. Virgin Islands, that's the US Virgin Islands, with a big 3-3 draw against Bahamas. Who saw that one coming? Not me. The Cayman Islands picked up a 1-0 away win against the British Virgin Islands. El Salvador did tonk Montserrat 4-1. I went with a 4-0 win. Suriname with a 3-1 win over Guyana. I went with a 2-1 win myself. Costa Rica with that 3-0 win over Guadeloupe. I went with a 6-0 win. Bonaire and Grenadines duked out to a 1-1 draw. And Guatemala did Martinique 3-1. I went with a 4-1. So ain't too shabby there. The big boys did their bit. And of course, maybe a couple of little surprises in amongst it. What about, of course, you guys? Well, this is where we'll take a little look at your predictions, but we're not going to do just that at this moment. We should usually look at the tables, but there is still one match day, number 1, still going on today, so we're not going to bring you back up to that. But this is the link if you want to get involved with the Prediction League. It is, of course, free. Get amongst it, get your predictions in. They're on there. But, of course, now we're going to take a look at these games, and they are coming at you quick and fast. Some of them may take place tomorrow, but the majority of them are taken on Monday. But we even have, believe it or not, some of them, I think 1, maybe 2, are taking place today. So let's get into it and have a look what we're talking about. All right, folks, at the top of the graphic, we are taking a look at the first game, which is Guadeloupe going to be hosting up against Suriname. That's right, coming at you. When is that taking place? On the 9th, which will be Monday. Guadeloupe and Suriname have played just the one time since 2021, and it was a win for Suriname. The Guadeloupeans come into this without a win in the last match, but 3 wins at the last 4 matches. Up against Suriname, though, unbeaten in the last 6 matches, 83% form for them, and they, of course, coming into this with 3 wins on their bounce. That last match was a 2-1 win for Suriname. It was in the CONCACAF Gold Cup in the actual tournament in the Group C stages way back in the 20th of July 2021. Suriname's last match was a 3-1 win over Guyana. Guadeloupe did lose to Costa Rica, but their last win wasn't that far away. Scoring, of course, 9 goals in the previous 4 matches combined, including that defeat. We do not have a bookies odds on this one, so we're going to go with our gut. And our gut says a 2-1 win once again for Guyana. A bit of a repeat of that last match way back in 2021. Next up, we go over to Martinique. So as they take on Guyana, of course, over in the Nations League. Group A, and it is, of course, the second round. Martinique coming into this on 50% form for them at the moment, without a win in the last 3 matches. Guyana coming into this on the back of a defeat. In fact, haven't won, actually just won once in the last 5, on 33% form for them as well. Guyana coming into this on the back of that 3-1 loss to Suriname in match number 1, with Martinique losing to Guatemala also the same scoreline, 3-1. Again, they have not played against each other, so it'll be quite a tight one to call between these two sides. I think I am sitting on the fence somewhat with a 1-1 draw. Let me know your predictions, of course, for this down below. Next up, we head over to Guatemala as they take on Costa Rica in what will be one of the biggest games of this weekend, taking place, of course, on September the 9th, which is Monday. Guatemala coming in on 58% form for them. They did pick up a win last time around in their last match. Costa Rica the same, 75% form for them, with just 1 defeat in the last 6. They have played 12 times, these two nations, since 2004. 5 wins for Guatemala, 6 wins for Costa Rica. It's been 4 draws as well. Most recently, they did play in Costa Rica back in June 2023. It was a Guatemalan victory. In fact, Guatemala got back-to-back wins over Costa Rica and back-to-back clean sheets. Looking for a 3-peat right here, right now, over in Guatemala. Of course, they did beat Martinique most recently with Costa Rica with that 3-0 win over Guadeloupe. My odds, got no odds, sorry, but my gut is an actual away win here. 2-1 win for Costa Costa Rica over Guatemala, heading into match day number 3 for these guys. Next up, it is Grenadines taking on Montserrat, that's right, but we are actually heading over to the island of Bonaire for this game. They're going to be the hosts, Vincent and Grenadines up against Montserrat, taking place on the 8th of September, which is Sunday. Grenadines coming into this 25% form for them right now, just 1 win in the last 6. Montserrat 3 defeats on the spin for them, coming at you in this coming matches. Of course, most recently they did Montserrat to El Salvador 4-1. Of course, this is in League B, Group A. As for the Grenadines, Vincent and Grenadines picked up a 1-1 draw at Bonaire against Bonaire back on, of course, the 5th of September. Again, unfamiliar foes according to my data. What are we going with this one? I think I'm going with a what is it? I'm going with a 2-1 win for the Grenadines at home in Bonaire. Get me your predictions in the old links down below. Okay, folks, we are sticking in Bonaire for this one, as actually Bonaire will take on El Salvador, who are classed as the home team for this one. 67% form for them. At the moment, El Salvador just 1 defeat in the last 6 up against the Bonaire side, without winning the last 3. 50% form for them heading into this one. They have played once since 2024. It was in 2024, back in March. It ended up being a 1-1 draw. Well, Bonaire, of course, the draw specialist, it looks like, with back-to-back draws for them, including that draw against El Salvador and the most recent match against Vincent and Grenadines. Back on the 5th of September. Meanwhile, El Salvador with a 4-1 win over Montserrat. They also picked up a cheeky win against Guatemala quite recently. Their only defeat in the last 6 was against Peru, which was back in the 14th of June in Peru. That's right. Again, no odds on this one. We have to go with our gut. And our gut says, what does our gut say, guys? Our gut says a win for El Salvador. 3-0, comfortably done. And another big win for El Salvador. Alright, then, folks, we are actually taking a look at Bahamas next. They're taking on Barbados, with this match, I believe, being played in the US Virgin Islands. Correct me if I'm wrong. It is Bahamas up against Barbados. This actually is taking place today. We are a little bit late on this one because the games are just all over the place with the CONCACAF Nations League. But anyway, this will be the first match, according to my data, that these two sides have played. I don't really see that being... It's within recent times, anyway. I don't know when the last time that these two sides played. So if you do know, let me know down below. But both sides come into this in really poor form. Bahamas on 17% form for them, without a win in the last 13 matches, up against Barbados, who have lost 6 on the bounce. Both sides looking for a result, and both sides looking for something to get themselves excited. What I can say is there probably will be goals in this one. I hope. I think I put a score prediction here, as Barbados have scored in 4 of the last 5 matches, whereas Bahamas have also scored 3 last time around. And have also scored against the likes of Trinidad and Tobago and Puerto Rico quite recently. Just 1 game they haven't scored in the last 6 at Bahamas. So that's what I can tell you about this. Yeah, who knows about this one, really? I don't have a clue. I am going with a 1-0 win. There's goals, guys. There is goals. Just the one, though. Bahamas taking it to the house on this one. And let's continue our island hopping adventure as we head over to Turks and Caicos. That's right, this is a take on Belize, also taking place today. So make sure you get in there and get your prediction in nice and early. Turks and Caicos. Belize, I played just the 1 time since 2021. It was a win for Belize, and it was quite convincing one. It was a 5-0 win way back in the World Cup qualification phase back in March 2021. Turks and Caicos without a win in the last 6. 7, of course. In fact, if you stretch it out a little bit more, Belize picked up 1 win in the last 6, 33% form for them. Both sides come in on the back of defeats. Turks and Caicos did lose to Aguilla back on September the 4th. Meanwhile, Belize did lose to Guyana 3-1, with their last victory coming against French Guyana way back in November 2023. It's been a while, guys, for those. Again, got no odds on this one, so it's all about the gut feeling. And my gut feeling is, if I can find my mouse, is going to be a 0-0 draw, which, of course, will do no one any favours as we head into the back end of the CONCACAF Nations League. Don't forget to get your predictions in, guys. Those are mine. Use the link right here, right now, and get in there and get your predictions in so we can all see them for your leisure. That's it, guys. Be sure to smash the like, smash your subscribe. We'll be back once again very, very soon. But until